Good afternoon, you lovely people, to the Kopish community and Three Musketeers. Hope you are well. This is the viewers review for Crystal Palace against Liverpool. The result: Crystal Palace 0, Liverpool 1. Now, I didn't get to see all of the game. I only got to watch the 15 minutes. So I think it'd be remiss of me really to be able to sit here and comment on the likes of performances, the likes of formations and the likes of tactics, etc, etc. But the last 15 minutes, what I did see. So first and foremost, I hear, because I didn't see, is that the first half we played really well. And I also think that we had a couple of chances. I think Salah had a chance. I think Jota could have actually even got a hat-trick. So what is worrying for me is that we don't put teams away. I think it would make sense to say that actually we need to be a lot more clinical in front of goal, especially when we've got teams like Palace away. So it would look like it was quite an easy fixture, but to be honest with you, it's not. On paper it probably is, but when you go to Selhurst Park, as with their fans in particular, it's a bit of a cauldron, isn't it? And everything else that goes with it. It's a very difficult place to go. And I know we've had success over the recent years there. However, we don't want to take anything for granted, do we? But having said that, I do feel as if we could have come away more comfortably in the sense of the score line. 1-0 seems a bit, is it a true reflection of the game? I couldn't tell you because, like I said, I didn't watch all of it, so it's unfortunate for me to sort of comment. But what I do think is that we need to be a bit more clinical. Now, I'm not sure. I think when I'd seen the players on the pitch, there was a few changes. McAllister wasn't playing. Alisson had come off. So I don't know whether there's injuries or what. I don't know. I'd be questioning why I took McAllister off, unless he had a really bad game again, or whether he had a bit of a knock or something. I don't know. Salah obviously was taken off again. I can't comment on his performance either. But I did, when I first saw the actual lineup, I thought, hey, this is good. Max in a 10. And he's taken out Szoboszlai, and we know Szoboszlai ain't been great recently. So it was no surprise. However, the 1-0 scoreline, it just worries me, guys. It worries me to think that any other team, could put... I mean, again, Crystal Palace had chances by all accounts. Eze had a chance at the last stage of the game. And I'm just thinking to myself, if that was anybody else, a team that's probably got more quality, it's a worry for me. However, the positives are we've got the 3 points. The positives are we're top of the league. And the positive are Arne Slot's broken a record already. First 9 games, I think, 8 wins or something like that. It's just a shame we've got that blot on the landscape of Forest. It really, even if we've drawn against them rather than a loss, I mean, we should have won anyway, but that's besides the point. So anyway, guys, like I said, I can't comment because, hey ho, I didn't watch all the game. But one thing I would say is, was that a penalty for Crystal Palace? I'd say no. Okay, Van Dijk, he held him. Why would he do that? But I think in the grand scheme of things, it probably wasn't a penalty. I don't think Gay would have got to the ball anyway. But again, sometimes, I think Van Dijk is played really well, but he does have a tendency sometimes to be quite lackadaisy, nonchalant and just drifting around and not... Sometimes there's no urgency about his play, and that could be a worry going forward. But hey ho, we'll see how it goes. So guys, that is it. Viewers review done. Liverpool onwards and upwards. But let me tell you something. The next 5-6 weeks, we will know where we stand. But hey ho, do you know what? I'm optimistic as always. It's my team. We have to stick with whatever. So everybody, please share, subscribe, comment, and of course, as ever, Smash that like button, son. Peace, Megan.
Yes, good afternoon, Kopish community. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Only for a short period of time, though, because Liverpool go 4 points clear, top of the table. Arsenal and Man City are yet to play. But yeah, it's a very, very good result, man. It's a very good result. It's not really a tale of two halves. It's a tale of 1 hour and a tale of another half an hour. Because I think for the first hour, we were practically unplayable. The way that we controlled Crystal Palace, we basically little broed them. They had one chance. Yeah, they had one chance. We did it. We shouldn't have had to need to call Alisson Becker, but when the phone rang, Alisson picked up. Great save. Smothered the follow up as well. But yeah, no, Liverpool just other than like the first 60 seconds we conceded, NK is a mile offside. That's fine. We responded really well. The home crowd were really up for it. We slowed down the play and we scored a goal really early, which is obviously really important. Just to break down that Crystal Palace low block, because they were really their back five was really compact. Really lovely ball by a line breaking pass by Tsimikas. Cody Gakpo goes through the gears, drives the ball across the box. Diogo Jota toe punts the ball through the legs of Dean Henderson, and yeah, Liverpool 1-0 up, man. We're good, we're nice. Speaking of Diogo Jota, I do believe he should have had a hat-trick. That set-piece header, comes off his shoulder. In the first half, he had another cutback, and then he fizzes and he places the ball wide of the post. It's not really good. It's not good enough, but do you know what? Overall today, he was a lot better. His performance, he won a lot of 50-50s. His pressing was good. Obviously, he scored the goal, and obviously that helped us win the game. So I can't really have too many complaints on him. Yeah, and yeah, Ryan Gravenberch, man, the guy is just absolutely saucing, man. It's crazy to me how last season there were so many question marks about him. We signed him on deadline day. He was kind of like, he was a bit lost. He didn't have a great season at Bayern. We signed him, and throughout the season it was like, where does he play? Where does he fit in? Is he good enough? Is he physical enough? And look, man, Slot put him in the 6, and he's really just shining, man. Like, honestly, he has taken that position and made it his own, man. The way he's able to just to play out from the back, man. The Crystal Palace players were chasing shadows, and Ryan is not even like a quick footballer. He has a very good stride pattern, but he ain't fast, and he was just skipping past players like they weren't there, man. It was crazy. He's making it look like a training ground exercise, and he's been fantastic for me today. But yeah, now it's time to get on to that last half an hour. I like Slot ball. I'll be real. I'm very happy with Arne Slot. I like the way he plays football. I like the way he speaks. But thinking about it, man, I think sometimes I just look at it and go, I think, ironically, Aladici football will be safer for the Liverpool fans, because honestly, man, like my heart was skipping a beat so much. Now, the big change for Crystal Palace was Jean-Luc Mateta, man, who's a bit more of a target man, a bit better focal point. Eddie Nketiah did not really get much love. He had one shot on target in that first half, and obviously he had the disallowed goal, but for the most part he was invisible, and Mateta coming on really, really helped Palace get a foothold, get the ball into the final third. But the thing for me is this year, as good as Mateta was, as good as he played, we played into their hands. We were taking the piss. Let's be serious. Like, pardon my French, we were taking the piss. There were times in that last half an hour we were biting off way more than we can chew, and we were giving the ball away stupidly, like passing there was one point where Trent just blasted the ball in trying to across the ground to the final third, went straight to a Palace player. Gravenberch picks up the ball from Trent in our defensive third, tries to take on 3 players. It's not necessary. Like, if we're being serious, it's not necessary. But thankfully, Alisson Becker was stepped up when we needed him to be. This is why he's showing he's one of the world-class goalkeeper. Unfortunately, he picked up an injury, and honestly, my heart sunk into the pit of my stomach. I don't know how to say his first name. I'm just going to say Vitaly. Vitaly Yaros comes off the bench, and do you know what? Yeah, he's another one. They said it in commentary. Yeah, this is where hero. This is the time. For to become a hero, and he was. Like, he made a very good save, and he was incredibly assured and comfortable between the sticks. And for the first time in a long time, like, growing up watching Liverpool, we've always had a goalkeeper issue. If you get what I'm saying, like, we've had a couple of good goalkeepers, like Jerzy Dudek is a solid goalkeeper. Obviously Pepe Reina was a solid goalkeeper. Alisson is great, but in terms of like an overall goalkeeping situation, we've had Ali. Since we signed Ali, we've had him, and then Kelleher stepped up. Now we've got this Yaros kid. Obviously it's his first time, but when you're playing like that, when you're playing like that in a pressure situation, the main goalkeeper, like you've got big shoes to fill, or in this case, you've got big gloves to fill, and you step up, right, and it's like, and we didn't even miss Alisson, if we're being honest with you. Like, I totally forgot he was injured. And that's big praise for the guy, man. Like, he's only 23 years old. He's still young as far as the goalkeeper's concerned. They don't really come into their own until about probably like 28, to be honest with you. And yeah, he was excellent as well today when he got called up. Like I think I said the Shot should have had a hat trick, didn't I? Yeah. Just lack of. Only thing is, the only negative I can say is just lack of being clinical, man. But other than that, it's a win. We played really, really well for the majority of the game. I'm happy. 3 points, 4 points clear. The ball is now in Arsenal and Man City's court. I'm sure they'll win. But anyway, people, like the video, comment, subscribe. Send in your views review. Another BS international break, and I'm out. Peace.
Big up Team Kopish. So we go away to play Crystal Palace, and it was a lucky escape. It was a lucky win. A lucky win as in, yes, we did score in the first half, but I feel like Jota, good on Jota first off, the predator that he is. But then Jota did have a lot more chances this game, which he could have had a brace or a hat trick, guys. Let's be honest there. But yeah, ever since scoring in the first half, we had good possession overall in the first half again. But then in the second half, we really didn't do much. And Crystal Palace, they looked dangerous. There were times where they were just cutting us open. It seemed like it. Or Eze, he didn't have his shooting boots on. Van Dijk, with a penalty bit. Yes, it does not seem like a clear foul. But then in the penalty box, anything can happen. So a lot could have gone wrong. But hey-ho. We are still on top of the league. We still got the 3 points. Now the worrying parts are Alisson. Oh God, Alisson being injured. Yeah, with the hamstring injury, that's not good. But then there was no Kelleher, so that means what? Even Kelleher must be injured or something, right? But then Jaros, is it our third keeper? Good on him. No, good. He was good in the preseason and he kind of carried his form. I guess he's a basic showstopper. I would like to see what he can do with his feet, with the passings and stuff. I don't think it was too bad. But Mo Salah, like Mr. Inevitable Mo Salah that I love. This is what happens when he cannot be Mr. Inevitable. I guess that's what we saw today. And look, let's be honest, it's Mo Salah. It might just take him another game to just shake it off and get back into the rhythm of it. What else? Who else? Gravenberch, good on him again. He's just freaking solid as usual. McAllister must have been tired, hence why he got hooked off. Curtis Jones was kind of okay. I don't think Trent had the overall... Defensively, Trent was okay, but then attacking-wise, I don't know. It seemed like he was just trying to hoop the balls and trying to do all these cinematic, long crosses and all that. But look, it didn't come across... It did not work out for him attacking-wise. But look, the favorable games are away. They're all past. Now we've got the international break. And here is when the real test kicks in, guys. Here is when we are going to now find out the next month and a half, or maybe until even December. Oh my God, the fixture list. The moment I look at it, I'm like, what's going to happen there? So you know what, guys? We've still got a few weeks, so let's celebrate this. We are still on top of the league. And yeah, clean sheet as well. But I really hope we do well in the next few games. Chelsea, it's a good test, I feel. It's a good to test. It's like we're getting things in increments. So first test will be Chelsea, and then there'll be a Brighton or an Arsenal, and then Brighton again. And then there is a City. So, and there is a Madrid on the cards as well. So that's what I'm saying. The fixture list is just crazy. But you know what? We can do something special this season. That's all I'm going to say, guys. That's all I'm going to say. Peace out, guys. Peace out.
Big up Kopish, big up the viewers. I'm just going to make a review on Crystal Palace and Liverpool. Crystal Palace 0, Liverpool 1. We are all happy with 3 points, no matter how we get it. But we need to talk about two things. When we make substitutions, I've noticed every time we make substitution, our level drop. It drop. So I'm worried if we are 1-0 down or something, are we capable to get back into the game or even to win it? So this is one thing we might have to discuss maybe on Monday Night Live. That's one thing. The second thing is we need to talk about Trent. He's been the worst player since the beginning of the season. Watch. He will score a banger, a free kick, and then we will forget about his performance. No, we need to talk about him. He's been wasting so many passes, crosses. Not his mind is not there. His body is there, but mind is not there. So we need to talk about Trent, maybe, like serious talk. Big up, guys.